servants are suffering, and farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering, and industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering, and kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering, and men are suffering. Women are suffering, and children, and Ghanaians as a whole.
Farmers are suffering, teachers are suffering, Ghanaians are suffering, Hwan are suffering. Bawumia nya atomi, Bawumia one ne boss. Odi kru ado, Ghana fo na all kase omo ebre no. Sa Ghana fo no edi to me share Bawumia nsa 5 good years ni, if I'm not mistaken. Yemisa Bawumia ene ne boss odi kru ado say Sa bre na Ghana for ebra na omo eka ho asem no akosi sen omo atimi ayi sa bre no afri ho ana enti ene wo a wo hwe mi so ka kire me se me na me provide solutions na onnim ni a wo ka na onti amemu wase emra na Bawumia ejina simpi so eka sa ensem no na aye solutions e na ode ma Ghana for na wo ka kire Ghana for se mo bre enti monto aba no ma me ene ekufuado na se ye ba Brena mo breno, ye be yi mu afri mu. Ye misa Bawumia say, so many years down the line, what have they been able to do to reduce the suffering of Ghanaians? Say, the economy is broken to the level whereby a common Kotoka International Airport light bills of Grampono, ye intimintia. Intina ye call ye anasi by. So you see, these guys lie their way to power. Assembi a ombeka ebetimi atomwa dwemu ama mato aba ama omono eno na ombeka. They lie their way to power, they lie to you. So when you vote for them, you must be bold enough to hold them accountable for the promises they made to you during their campaign. Don't come and hold me accountable. I am only a social media speaker. I am only a social commentator. I am only a social media activist. There is no difference between you and I. The only difference is people know me through social media and maybe nobody knows you through social media. That's the only difference. Me no me na ye bre enti me use me time and me energy say. Sa nyoma na ekoso Ghana enko yie no me di to dwa say na be ya ebiase mpanimfo no omo refia ma draw omo attention to it to fix the problem. Enya me na me fix the problem no. Untia tax emma me ena Ghana sika ensha me nsem loans a Ekufuado mo kwaje ye no me nya ebi ni ye ebi ntom account mu me no ye pe we are all struggling me no mienu se soria no pa na se yankope pa bi eni a ye buada enu nti na me kasa ma no se na be ya se oman ni ye ya me no mienu suffering na Bawumia e ka ho asem wa ye na mu no ebe free ho e simple enti na me ka akosi ni se efi na ekure Ghana for Mama yenshase entoaba based on issues. So NPP nimpo. Na se NPP party ewa abemu. Na se omu yenia emwa Ghana maina kasa. Sa na se we NDC ni. Na se NDC is in power. Na se omu yenioma emwa Ghana maina kasa. Let us accept the reality. Now to about based and as to about based on the fact they say economy no enko ye say am no kase go and find out how much is a liter of fuel. This is not the economy we voted for, and I say this is not the kind of leadership we voted for. These guys have lied to you and you still don't want to accept the fact they say they have lied to you simply because you are with the party, simply because you are loyal, so loyal to the party than even the nation. Parties might come and go. Now, so the nation will forever remain. I mean, can't say me say NPP ebeto Ghana sanso na NDC beto Ghana enti no abribia no magana hodo na menka ne se ewura omu enya party hodo se Ghana hodo ewura omu a eno na no matter which party is in power se omo ye nia enya utimi eye bold enough to speak now so some party hodo ewura omu more than Ghana hodo a se nioma nko ye mpo a untimi nkasa eno ho asem na make menuanom intimate say mama yenti ase sa se ne be ya in moving forward no ye be sha se aye enioma ebetimi aboa ama Ghana man no etompo very simple anyway ende enye Bawumia enti ena me ba ye enti yemfa Bawumia ho nsem no nto nchen Rev Obofour e de ensem bia to dwa he mama ka se me kire mo Rev Obofour asofo a omo Ghana ye ka omo a omo nim nyansa ye ka omo a omo adwemu do a Rev Obofour is one of them and of course ye ka omo a omo bua nipa Rev Obofour is one of them or the ensem bia to dwa a me pesa me no mienu ye sua baby Efrem nti abusua ye ni kan ye ntie no na se wi a sania mu nyina mu nim no ma kire madwen
anticipate enya anticipate me kan tie osofo a won kire kwan nipa be fa so anya sika da bia opiti Matthew Luke John wan ade ena Yesu tena kodo no so ena Petro kako akiri o se kako de yedo o kako de yedo ena oyi nam last year this year oyi nam o Sunday school yesi ewu Yesu ne ya penakuno ya ka kire ya to anansesam na kire o sa it has been a theory class why a theory ni sa ne o ma me na kwa asore wawu my theory ni sa no papa na kwa asore woko who is helping us who is leading us for us to do the practicals enti na si Abraham ba koye afuo eyeye wache na de to o si de mehu robam na meyeye yankoto ayeda I'm telling you today I'm challenging the youth exuberancy in you the youth strength in you ebre wo ya ho odin a yes obi ho odin ejina ne sisi aki wo de pema yes yes kodwo be queen hwe boy we ya wi obawiu won de we ya obawiu we ya obawiu kodwo ma wi na ye ne de ena gas ne ye hwe ne sisi aki dine ne ba ma mu dine se de tie nya gro ho ntini wa wi nnua wa wi nnua na ho odin no
Mondio
ntemu ene yese wodi ne ntin na so na wa na tum ena yese plemire na ye ne ema peme obi na kai ema peme ubenya nyansani ama na ka kire wo de wo ye wa wo le ma pew awo wo ye wa wo le ma pew wo ye wa abrabo hyase anya dene che na wieye obra bia no na hyase anya den se wieye emrante amu nsusu biribi nya da bia na otwa luta obedie abrabo te sa pawa wo bo animu na sa anya oda abrafo oda na akire edimi no kasa yi ankoyi last year we said the otana sa na otie e na ase awurade be top man last year ankoyi me repeat me ho kakra cause na me kasa ntente ujana so last year ankoyi e na ache wo se awurade be ye onyame onye hu te osoro boade oboa no ho nti Kenya wo ho da so ofiri ba bia wote no obu okura area mote amorante dan e wo so change your position ekum ayu sika nyina da e ho light board ne e ho gas kura o manum board ne area bu ho a wote no apa oba wote na opa oba o musa pizza da obebusa akosu ayache aboro so aye indomie area bi wo ho a wuhia oba wo paso amekan market wo area bu a wuhia oba baka chos aboro so aka se nkopa anwumre waachi bronu bu a wote so la nya galia oni won kan de bia enkowie medi KFC bia ebekọ akowie kalawole area bu wo a oba beda wa no pa wo sori a won kan kire wo se mepe McDonald's no ena mepe hot chocolate no obaka chwese ye ni koko mpampa ni ho no akoto mmole die mu odu apie burono na wote so no ene na ama wunye ye ho drop en kura aboard drop taxi driver wunya kasa wo ko hope no ode on traffic ahudom na rudi na ya juice babu also ahwe atoro sa na wakosi edie tuufo no panisi yakeka funu yakeka madam pai bodi ye ka asem no kura ne ye kama badwemba edi mesrawo amabrabo monti awo na wo ye wo nyame na wo ye me me na na kan wo se obra wo bo afa asa wo bo abobi nti nye millions no ba be gina video no so awie na kire se me kan yansasem eye wo abefa.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Ebusia, very simple. Sanya abribia mekano obra ene warabo. Wuntie mi pa o menuanom. Obra ene warabo. Me say nyame bi kra wo hɔ a menua be ma menua ba. Yemfa ye ni enhu ne da. Ye ni nyame bi enkasa da. Wa o hwɛ mi so be sincere aka no kra pa. Onti nyame ne da. Nyame ne onkasa da. Nyame oni uni nkomoda. Omu a omu no kasa nyina ye oyonku nipa omu etwa wo ho ahia. Simple. Nyame bi wo hɔ a yen soria no pa ema nyame ema obi aduane eni sabe mpre aduasa. Emwa no ma krampo no nyame mfidi wo mu. They fly from their nest to go and look for food. Even animals are not being fed by God. They have to hustle for food. The lion has to hustle to feed. The lion has to ambush for hours just to be able to target the buffaloes. Senebeya obetimi enya enamo a ebetimi aso the entire pride. Yen sorry anopa ema yehu se nyame bi eye bibi ma obi. Onyare ema nyame bi ensa oyade. Yen to petrol mu ema onsori anopa hu se nyame bi e de fuel abegu ka mu. Nyame nya hwe ma obi a. Enti sa ogidi mpo se wo de fine if you want to blindly believe say nyame bi o ho a memfa wo ho ento sa nyame no so. Enutia na ebinom kasa mo say na free mind so say religion enye dia even so ba America crampo a they believe in God. They are also religious now. So America man no course unti di enti na mo ka say Ghana man na enkoso no because of religion. Ma min kire wase. Ghana man na enkoso no enye religion per se. Now so odwe kwa kire a religion. Not to confuse you, ma min kire wase. Nenti America say enye religion per se. Now so odwe kwa kire a religion is as a result of the fact say yen Ghana for no yedi ye ho ato osomo so. Ye gidi se osom ye no kre. Ye gidi se tumi wo osom no mu. Ena yedi ye ho nyina to osom no so ene sa nyame na owo osom no mu no. Thinking say sa nyame no ne baby bia ma ye. Edi se yenya accident na yama asofo akogina ekwan no so ehwehwe oil e de egu ekwan mu ho se omo de pam abenfu a omo te ekwan mu ho nti a omo ema accident ACC no instead senka ye betena se adwen ho akwakire se edie na cause sa accident no na yetimi find a solution for it in abrebia no ye de kohye abenfu bonsam bi ene osom religion echi abrebia no instead of us to do something for ourselves we end up praying and believing say there is a God who is going to answer our prayers, and through the answering of that prayer all our needs are going to be met. And no near dear boy your form. It is simple. So by your Christo ni na se o mfa o ho ento sa Christianity no so ene sa nyame Israel nyame no so still ano you will be able to make something good for yourself. Etu hwe o maybe to say America, Canada money ade almost no you find some of them being religious. Now, so no, they don't depend on religion for anything. They don't depend on prayers for anything. They don't depend on God for anything. When America was invading Iraq, they never depended on God. Why didn't they sit in Washington and command angels to go and fight for them? When they were invading Libya, why didn't they sit in Washington and command angels to go and invade Libya on their behalf? No. They take their destiny into their own hands. They fight their own battles. Forget about in God we trust in our $1 God, according to me, a gold, oil, and diamond. They believe in their military. They believe in their money. They believe in their power. That is why they are able to place sanctions on countries. They are not working in favor of American interest. I can say world interest, American interest, because for the Americans, it's all about them. It's all about them. Any other nation can go to hell. If even everybody will die for America to stand there, I believe, say, that is their ideology. And that is what they will do. And you know, we are saying, you ta utie me. After na washe abrabwase. Jai, sorry bebrebe, any mpaibo, any prayer and fasting, any akwanchere, any any eburamu so kusakokwane saa nyoma na moto no. Stop depending on the God of Israel. Even if the God of Israel is powerful, he is not done solving the problems in Israel, not to talk of Africa. Go to Israel and see the mayhem. They are still at war with the Palestinians. The God of Israel has not been able to solve that problem. So how can he solve the problem of Africans? How can he solve the problem of black people? If I cannot even solve the problem in my own house, how will I be able to solve the problem in your house? Well, and you know, you can choose to blindly believe there's a God who created everything we see and everything we feel. That is fine. That is not a crime. But stop putting your hope in that God. Stop depending on that God, thinking, say, that God is the one who is going to give you a better life. That God is going to do this for me and do that for me and do what for me. God does not do anything for anybody. You are here, survive. Learn how to survive. The animals are surviving. They are not crying on God. They don't go to church. Do buffaloes go to church? No, of course they don't. Do gazelles go to church? They don't. Do they believe in the Bible? They don't. Do they read the Bible? They don't. Do they read the Quran? They don't. But they are still surviving. They eat each other. Is it not a crime? According to you, killing is a sin. The animals are eating each other. So if there is a hell, then the animals are the ones who are supposed to burn in hell, the hottest part of hell, because they eat each other alive. It's survival. That is how nature made it. Because we are humans, we have a bigger brain. We understand how things work better than the animals, and because we didn't want our society to look like that of animals, that is why we invented moral codes to guide our ways. So morality was invented by we human beings. You were not born to be morally upright. You were programmed to be morally upright, because what you might see to be a crime or a sin in your part of the world might not be a sin in somebody's country. So we invented moral codes to guide us not to behave like the way animals are behaving. And when you come to understand nature, life and survival, meaning you will not sit down waiting on a God to come and do something for you. God will do nothing for you. Trust me, I'm telling you the truth. God will do nothing for you. If you believe, for example, God helps those who help themselves, what are you doing yourself to be helped by God? You believe heaven helps those who help themselves. Let me put it right. What are you doing yourself to be helped by heaven? Go out there and hustle. Forget about heaven. Forget about God. Do something for yourself. Go out there and hustle, my friend, my brother, my sister. Just like the animals are hustling, even the plants are hustling. They are dying these days because we are destroying the land. They don't have fertilizer. They don't have good lands to grow. So even them, they are struggling. Everybody is struggling. The atmosphere is struggling. They say global warming. The sea is struggling. You guys are polluting the ocean with plastic. Everybody is dying. These days you find videos on YouTube where you find the whites who are going to rescue the sea turtle and those animals, and they are trying to pull stuff from their nose because of the activities of human beings. So everybody is suffering. So go out there, do something for yourself, have a plan. Don't say 2022 is my year of breakthrough. It can only be your year of breakthrough if you plan, if you manage your finances, if you work very hard as an intelligent person, if you apply your common sense and wisdom in whatever you do. Of course, it can be your year of breakthrough. But if you sit in the church, praying day in, day out, crying on God like a baby who needs to be fed by the mother, my friend, 2022 can be the worst year of your life. Wise up. Go out there, hustle, take dominion, take possession of whatever you feel belongs to you. That is what the Western, the NATO countries do. They take dominion. They don't wait on any God. Ukrainians are being bombarded by bombs every day. Are they waiting on God? They are fighting. Zelensky or whoever is giving them guns to go out there and fight. Are they depending on God? No. So why are you depending on God? Why are you always praying? Everyday prayer. Oh, prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is the master key. There is no master key. The master key is in your house. The master key is in your hands. The master key leads to your master bedroom. Finish. There is no master key. Go out there and do something, my dear brother, my dear sister. Namunyaisa, prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Prayer is no key. Prayer is talking to yourself. Prayer is talking to yourself. You are talking to nobody but yourself. It will do nothing for you. It will add no value to your life. You have to go out there and hustle and stop the prayer. Africans have been praying ever since. Prayer, oh, fast, oh, Sunday, oh, why not going to church, oh, my pastor, you guys been worship your pastors and prophets more than the God that you claim to believe in. Because today you obey your pastor, you obey your prophet, you don't even obey the Bible, and you feel God is the one who wrote the Bible, or God is the one who inspired the Bible. So if you listen to your pastor more than what the Bible says, then you are worshiping your pastor and not the Bible. Most of you are deluded. Go out there, my friend. Go out there, hustle. The politicians are in business. They are hustling. Politics is a hustle field. That is why they are stealing your money and making themselves rich. The pastors are doing the same thing. They are hustling. If you go to the church is the company, the factory of your pastor. So you, the congregants, are the customers. The pastor is the beneficiary. He's the CEO of the church. That's why this day you walk around and you see the pastor and the slave queen wife. They're on the billboard. Oh, a what convention, assemblies of one church, and now Heaven Visa Church, and a Christ also church. Then you see the pastor with the slave queen wife. Their picture is on the billboard marketing their church. They need who? The customer. They need who? You, the people, to bring in the income, the tithe and the offering. Whatever. They need your money. Without your money, God will not call them. According to them, God called them because of your money. They call themselves. No, God called them. They need your money. They need your tithe. They need your offering to live good. So what I am saying is, you can choose to believe in God. It is not a crime to believe in God. But don't depend on that God for anything. And the monies you give to your pastors and prophets in the name of paying tithe or giving to God or whatever, save those monies for yourselves. Save those monies to do something for yourself. Make a way now or say Bawumia. Na me who just say be a or time who no be and now the time me dey na me dream wa me ntiase because no na make a kire wo no. Meaning just listen to my message. Don't just take my words for because me a free mind and I'm a kasadebi. You to go and sit down, ponder over the things I've said in this video, and be able to draw a logical conclusion for yourself. Do something for yourself, my dear brother, my dear sister. I'll keep telling you, if you keep depending on God, you die a pauper. You die in penury. You die in misery. You live in misery. You will suffer in misery. Your generation will be miserable because God has not fed anybody. Forget about the Bible saying Jesus fed 5,000 people. Those are cock and bull stories, my friend. Those are cock and bull stories. The Bible tells you that Jesus Christ, he fed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread. Today, children are dying in Syria. Let that Jesus go and feed those children too. Let him go and feed those ones in Yemen. Let him go and feed those ones in Afghanistan. My friend, face reality and do something for yourself. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Not to talk too much, Midemo Ebisiha. Sani amu ina amu nimno midi edit chairman Freemind. Na ni ameka edit chat one is see you in my next video. Bidamu ina amase. Bye bye.